Hi there, and thank you to everybody for joining me for yet another video back at the channel had just gone viral. If you're new here, we like to cover crime and news, give analysis, and also bring you information that sometimes the mainstream media won't always tell you. So please like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Purple Aki was found in his flat on the 26th of August 2025. He was a Liverpool bodybuilder and he was found at his home in Merseyside. He was found at his home in Devonshire Road in Toxteth in what is believed to be non-suspicious circumstances. Merseyside police said officers were called at around 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday, August the 26th, to reports of a man in his 60s who was found unresponsive at the address near Princes Park. He was pronounced not alive at the scene. His passing is believed not to be suspicious, and the coroner for Liverpool and Wirral confirmed it had received a file from Merseyside police. In 2023, Mr. Aki was jailed for 6 years after being convicted of harassing 15 men. He was branded a modern-day bogeyman, but claimed in an interview that he was the victim of modern-day witch hunt by police after he made an official complaint against certain officers. But Mr. Aki was also known by another name, called Purple Aki.
In the north of Manchester, he was of Nigerian descent on his mother's side, and his father's identity remains unknown. Placed in care as an infant, Akinwale spent time in a children's home in Llandudno, Wales. As an adult, he worked odd jobs, a tunnel cleaner, a council messenger, living a relatively unremarkable life at first. However, it was under the nickname Purple Aki that he became known for.
3 years later on, while he was still behind bars, a Sexual Offences Prevention Order, otherwise known as an SOPO, something you might have heard of something similar previous in different videos, was made on the application of Merseyside police, which banned him from touching men's muscles and going to gyms. In 2015, he was found to have touched a young man's muscles while travelling on a train from Manchester to North Wales. He was convicted of breaking his Offences Prevention Order, which banned him from touching, feeling and measuring people's muscles. The following year, he had the 10-year ban on touching men's biceps lifted after appealing against it and representing himself in court. In 2022, he was handed a substantial payout from the police after he sued the Chief Constable, Greater Manchester Police, for malicious prosecution in a public office. He claimed 2 GMP police officers carried out a campaign against him to get him into trouble. He received the payout just weeks before the trial was due to take place at Manchester County Court. In his civil claim against GMP, Mr. Aki alleged that from 2012 he was targeted by 2 particular officers and even had a documentary made about him by the BBC.
He was obsessed with muscles. Young men and teenagers in Merseyside and Greater Manchester began reporting encounters with a towering 6'5" bodybuilder who would approach them uninvited.
What's your best muscle? How big are your arms? How big are your arms?
In these encounters, Aki would strike up conversations about weight training and physique, then ask an unsettling favour to feel their muscles. Sometimes he would even produce a tape measure to measure their biceps or thighs, or urge them to perform squat exercises on the spot. Those who met him described Aki's behaviour as persistent and intimidating.
The documentary on Purple Aki only intensified his character and made him more notorious throughout the streets of Merseyside. There was even speculation and rumours with regards to his parents, his father who he didn't know, with some speculating he could be a High Court judge, and also Aki having underworld connections to criminal gangs. He was portrayed as a modern-day bogeyman throughout the streets of Merseyside and Liverpool. This went as far as to the extent that parents would tell their children not to stay out till late and dark in case Purple Aki got them. But to discover who the real Purple Aki is, you have to go back to an event that dates back to the 1980s that happened in Brighton, involving a young man who Purple Aki had harassed and followed, to the point and extent the young man ran away, hid under a train and ended up being electrocuted and losing his life. Purple Aki faced a charge of manslaughter.
He hid inside an idle train carriage, hoping to evade his pursuer. Peering out from the train, Gary's worst nightmare materialized. Aki had followed him to the station and was now on the platform, looking for him. Terrified, Gary made a desperate attempt to escape. He leapt down from the platform onto the train tracks below. 750 volts shot through his body.
Even after doing jail time and facing his sentence for manslaughter, amongst other charges he'd spent time in prison for, with regards to touching men's muscles, it seems even till recently this didn't stop Purple Aki continuing his behaviour.
I don't remember speaking to you about it, to be fair, mate, but... No. Yeah.
You look fair big, that's all.
Yeah. Appreciate it, bro.
Alright, no problem.
Alright, nice one, mate.
Thank you.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Nice one.
How are we, bro? Purple Aki, yeah? Don't be shy, lad.
Sam's get out the
What are you
area, lad.
doing around here, bro?
Get out the area, lad.
Get out the area, bro. Serious.
Go on.
bro.
Get out the area, lad.
Get out the area, man.
After his payout from Greater Manchester Police, it is speculated that he received £35,000. But after his passing, it seems that Purple Aki was only worth less than £10,000 in his bank account. Many argued although Purple Aki and his behaviour was strange and odd, he never committed any such awful, hideous crime, and the payout he received of only £35,000 was an injustice in itself. This is because the nickname Purple Aki was given by the police officers who targeted him. The name Purple Aki came from the colour of his skin, which was dark and had a shade and tinge of purple to it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Purple Aki was right to be labelled a predator towards young men, or do you think this is a miscarriage of justice and maybe racism? Make sure to smash subscribe, smash the like button too, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.